Looks like Babs is going to be the next one to kid. It was a race between her and Birdie. Babs has started to progress really quickly. We went to a family Easter thing. She was fine, ligaments were there, milk was not in. We were over there for 4-ish hours, and when I checked her when I got back, her ligaments are a lot softer and her milk is in. So most likely she's gonna hold out overnight. Her ligaments have been softening really fast, but they are still there a little bit. So I think she is gonna follow her trend and she's gonna kid tomorrow on day 152. Might be super early, but I think she's gonna make it through the night without kidding. But since she is close enough to kid at any time, she is in the kidding pen and I will be watching her on the cameras all night. Yeah. So we missed out on getting Easter babies, but I think we will definitely have babies tomorrow. Yeah. Well, that was fast. I checked the camera at 6:30 and she wasn't doing anything. 7 o'clock, there are babies on the ground. Good job, Mama. Okay. Hi, baby. Come here, sweetie. You know, I should have known you were gonna go really fast. You are not a first timer. Yeah, you've had babies before. You're gonna go quick. Okay. Looks like they are both buckskin. I don't see any moon spots on either of them. Look like your dad. We have brown eyes on this one. It's like cold. And shall we see what you are? Are we gonna stay on a girl streak? Nope, this one's a boy. So we got one cold buckskin boy. Wow. I'm gonna take care of your umbilical cord real quick. Since this one's not up and moving yet, I'm gonna assume this is the second born, and this one's probably firstborn. Is that right? We're gonna just assume that's right, okay? Because I wasn't here, I missed it. You went too fast. So they'll be a little easier to tell apart, even though they're the same coat pattern. This one has frosted ears, kind of like Mom. And then this one has solid ears, so there's no white on them. It's time to see what you are. Are you a boy or a girl? I'm betting that one's probably a boy too. They're about the same size. See if we can check without having to pick them up. Yep, that's a boy. Twin boys. Now let's see, are we polled? Feels like polled. So both polled is pretty good. Did you get your daddy's eyes? Brown eyes. We missed the blue eyes completely. Are you all done? You haven't had them that long ago. It has to have been within the last 30 minutes. So I'm gonna bump her and see if she's got any more in there. Then I'm gonna help dry these two off. Okay, so we're doing a hybrid feeding method. So they're eating off of Mom plus learning the bottle. So we're gonna get some colostrum into both of them. This is what I think is the firstborn, so we're gonna do him first. A little trick to get them to start looking for a bottle is to put something over their head, basically turn them into a little Jedi, and they start looking for food, and then you can just put the bottle right in front of them, and they should latch and start drinking. Just like that. Good job. This colostrum is straight from Mom. I just milked it out of her, so it's not a replacer or anything. Okay, I think you are as dry as I'm going to get you. I'll have to find a sweater for him. All right, baby. Come here. We'll go right under. Hang on, you gotta hold it. There you go, buddy. I haven't weighed them yet, but I'm pretty sure this one's a little heavier. Okay. I'll get you all nice and fluffy and I'll get you a drink, okay? All right, time to be a Jedi. We'll see if you're hungry. Boop. Go like that. Are you hungry? Nope. I know, it's weird. Here you go. This one wants to eat laying down. You're gonna have to stand up, you know. Hi, good job. Want some more? They got little sweaters on to help keep them a little bit warmer. So I'll come back out when they're a little bit more dry and try to get a video to see what our colors look like, if we have any moon spots hiding. Okay, so that is 2 for Babs. She's definitely all done. She went exactly on day 152 again. Her first 2 freshens were also on day 152, so she seems to like going on that day. The boys are all dried off and they've been eating. They've been trained to a bottle and they're on mom. This one, it turns out, actually does have a moon spot. So he has a spot right here. Right now it's barely noticeable, but as he gets older, that's gonna lighten up a lot and it'll look similar to this. Just like his mom, she's covered in moon spots. But we couldn't see that one until he was dry. He might have another lighter one down here somewhere. But this one up here is the one that I can see for sure. I don't see any coming through on him. So we have both buckskins, both polled, both brown-eyed. And the one with frosted ears and the little frosted nose got a moon spot. This one's already acting pretty bucky. Yeah. Since I missed the birth, the video is probably going to be pretty short. So to add in a little bit more, these guys are going to be on her, but they have also been trained to a bottle, so they can switch to being fully bottle fed in a few weeks. Because Babs is actually sold. I just wanted her to kid here. So now that she has kidded, she is ready for pickup. And we have it worked out that she's going to be picked up in about 2 weeks. The reason I put Babs up for sale is that I'm cutting my herd way back to about 10 or 11 goats. She is being sold. She's actually going to go with Betty. They have been sold to the same person. Hestia was also sold. She went back to her original breeder, and she got to go with Sylvie, who I also bought off of that breeder. And she took Sylvie's 2 kids as well. So those 4 got picked up last week. Foxy is one that's going to also be sold just because she is pretty standoffish. And since I'm narrowing my herd down a lot, I want the more friendly, easy to handle ones. Potentially we'll keep a doeling out of her if she has one that is exactly what I'm looking for. Fenris, the Mini Nubian buck that we have, he is also for sale. He's not going to be staying. I'm going to get down to 1 buck, which is going to be Major, our silver Nigerian. So he has the potential to inherit his Star B. He can breed all of the Nigerians and he can also be bred to the Mini Nubians. So if I want to cut back my herd, I can make do with 1 buck. So for the minis, I am keeping Birdie. She should be kidding here soon. If she has a perfect doeling, I may keep it because it could be bred to Major. And then I'm keeping Sky. She has a really good pedigree. She's super friendly. And then I'm also keeping Beretta, also amazing pedigree, very friendly. She was bred to Cloud. She's another option for keeping a doeling out of. And then Rin, I did originally have listed for sale, but she is actually gonna end up staying here. She's another keeper. Miss Dixie is also gonna stay. She doesn't have a super amazing pedigree behind her, but her dam had a really nice udder and she's super friendly. She was a bottle baby. She has the flash. She's moon spotted and blue eyed, similar to Rin, who is also moon spotted and blue eyed. So she gets to stay. Then we have Atari. She's a standoffish girl, but she is silver and I would like to keep a silver doe in the herd. So she is one that is on the keep list. There are also 2 does over at my friend's place that are gonna come over here, We haven't quite worked out when they're gonna come over. But they will at some point, as long as nothing comes up. So depending on if I keep a doeling out of Foxy or Beretta or Birdie, we'll be sitting at around 10 or 11 goats. So making the herd smaller is gonna help a lot with the feed bill over the winter. And also I've been traveling out of state more often, and having someone else look after a couple dozen goats was a little bit much. It's gonna make it a lot easier for someone else to look after the goats anytime I am away from the farm. So yeah, that is a little bit more of a filler for this video. Since I missed Babs kidding, I'm sure it was gonna be pretty short. Birdie should be the next one to kid. She could hold out another week though, which would put her in the same due date range as Foxy and Beretta. Those two are due a day apart. I think according to her kidding history, she has kidded on day 153 and 154. We are currently on day 147. So we'll see if she beats the Nigies or not.